11.3 Experimental and Theoretical Probability. I can calculate experimental and theoretical probability.
Thank you. Come here. All right, guys, there's keywords here between experimental and theoretical. Y'all with me here?
Yes.
Okay, when I say experimental probability, what's the key word?
Should.
Experimental.
Does.
What you actually do, right? You did it. Theoretical is what should happen. Okay, so your definitions here, I'm going to skip number 1, we'll come back to it. Theoretical probability is, again, on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3.
What should happen?
Experimental probability on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3.
What does happen?
These formulas are huge. You have to know the formulas. Okay, this is the same formula we've been dealing with the whole chapter. It is the formula for probability. This is where things start changing a little bit. Experimental probability has a change. It's the number of times something happens over the number of what, you guys?
Trial.
What's a trial? What's a trial? What is a trial? Come here.
Trying or testing something a certain amount of time.
The number of times you do something, right? A trial would be the number of times you do something. Okay, good. There's not much to talk about here in the practice. You have to be able to read these and understand what we're asking you to do. So the first number 4, first off on number 4, we did theoretical probability. On number 5, we did experimental probability. And then on number 6, I had you compare. All of you are going to have different comparisons. That's why I didn't write anything for number 6. Walking away from this, if you understand the difference between the two and can tell me the formulas, you're golden. Probability will be a slam dunk for you. Because that is the big difference in probability, the theoretical part and the experimental part. The formulas do differ, and you do have to understand those differences.